in Revelations chapter 3, verse 20. It states Jesus is speaking, and he says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone open the door, I'll come in." Now, you've got to understand that Jesus is talking to the church. He's not talking to individuals. He's not talking to the lost. He's talking to those that are his. And he's saying, I stand at the door, but there's no way that I can get in unless you invite me in. I wonder sometimes if what's happening is that people inside, those in the church, are working for God, but not with God. In other words, they've left God outside. They haven't invited him in to work with him and his plan, what he's doing. Jesus said that he came into the world to do the will of the Father. And everything he saw the Father doing, he did. In other words, he worked with God. He didn't work for God. And you see, that's where we get into the trouble that we get into. Because we're doing things for God, and maybe that's not what God is asking of us. Rather than working in partnership with God, we exclude him. And that's why I think you find this passage in Revelation 3:20, where Jesus is outside the building, outside the door, wanting to get in, but he can't because there's no way for him to get in unless we open it. I wonder whether or not that's the problem in our churches today, is that we've left God out. I want you to think about that today, and even in your own life, how much of what you're doing is for God, not with God. You don't take the time to sit at his feet and listen to him. I love the passages where it speaks of Christ being full of the Holy Spirit. And when he was full, then he went out and did what God was asking him to do. Do we do that? Do we rest at his feet? Do we seek God through prayer and move according to his plan? Think about that today for yourself, and maybe even for the church that you attend. You might be surprised that you're doing more for him than with him. Think about that today, would you? Hey, until next time, God bless.